Hello everybody, so it's January. January for the past few years has brought us some really bad horrors. 2012, Devil Inside. 2013, Texas Chainsaw 3D. 2014, Paranormal Activity The Marked Ones and Devil's Due. 2015, The Woman in Black, Angel of Death. The Woman in Black, Angel of Death is the sequel to The Woman in Black. The Woman in Black is a film that I did enjoy. It did have its many jump scares in there, but it also had its creepy atmosphere in there, and I think that Daniel Radcliffe was very good in his role. There's this moment where he looks out the window and he sees the woman in black out there, and it was a creepy moment that didn't feel the need to have jump scare music to make it work, and I felt as a horror, The Woman in Black did work. The Woman in Black Angel of Death is released by Hammer Horror, who have released some really great horrors right from the 70s. They're releasing like Curse of Frankenstein and many sequels to that. The Mummy films, they're releasing many sequels to that as well, and off the success of Universal doing Dracula and things, then they did Dracula films, and they did many different classic monster films, and it's a shame now that they disappeared for a bit, and back in the 2000s they returned. And they haven't really given us anything which has given us hope, and it hasn't been really a great return for them. All we've had from them is very disappointing films that have been filled with jump scares. Last year they gave us The Quiet Ones. This year we get The Woman in Black, Angel of Death. Like The Quiet Ones, which was just jump scares thrown at you so much, The Woman in Black, Angel of Death throws them at you a whole lot. It's a film filled with so many cheap jump scares and so many predictable jump scares that in the end it's just a horrible mess. There's fake ones in here as well, fake jump scares. The Quiet Ones did that. It seems that Hammer now just likes to release films that have these stupid jump scares in it. It's not creepy, it's not scary. The audience are only jumping at it. It's because it's like if your friend hid in a cupboard and you walked in the room and you didn't know your friend was in the cupboard and they jumped out at you, of course you're going to jump at that. So if you turn up and crank the thing up so loud on your soundtrack, of course it's going to make people jump. It's bullshit cinema, bullshit jump scares, and it's so horrible. It's a shame that so many filmmakers now that do make horror, and there is many great horrors out there still, but this mainstream horror now, it's a shame that there's many filmmakers now that feel that the only way they can scare their audience is by having a loud bang or a loud jump scare or something screaming at the camera. And The Woman in Black, Angel of Death is so guilty of this. It's just so horrible to watch. There's one scene which feels like, if you're a kid and you might remember these things, or if you're an adult, your friend would send you a link of something and be like, hey, watch this. It's a nice video of like, there's a field and everything, there's people in it, and everything's going normal, and then something screams at you. The Exorcist girl comes on. The Woman in Black, Angel of Death has a scene where a woman is walking through a corridor, and there's this woman just looking down. Next minute, she screams at the camera. And I was just like, what was the point of that? This film is so very lazy. It didn't need to be made. It is such a pointless sequel. It does so many of the ideas and so many of the things from the first film. It just throws in things from the first film. Has the whole boy drowning with the whole horse and chariot and that sort of thing, that which was in the first film. It has that in there again. It brings nothing new. It's a sequel that is just so horrible and so very pointless. I'm just annoyed by this, because I don't trust January anymore. When I see a horror film is coming out in January, I'm not going to trust it anymore. If in January next year we actually get a good horror, then I will be very shocked, because, like I said, the past few years, horror hasn't been great in January, and that was proven again this year with The Woman in Black, Angel of Death. The Woman in Black, Angel of Death gets a 3 out of 10 from me. It's just cheap jump scares, very, very lazy horror, a very, very pointless sequel, and it's really horribly colorized at points, because it's just, there's so many scenes where it's really, really dark, and you can't actually tell what's completely going on. Like, I was like, what's happening in this scene? Like, they try and show the Woman in Black in scenes, and it's just like, it's so very, very dark that it feels slightly pointless with them putting these little things in there, because someone colorized this really weird, and there's like some weird glow thing over it at points, and it just does not look good. So that's my review of The Woman in Black, Angel of Death. Hopefully we get some better films in January. At least I got to see Enemy first this year in the cinema, because that was brilliant, and then I got to see this the next day. But I'm seeing Big Hero 6 tomorrow, so you'll be getting a review of that. But if you've seen The Woman in Black, Angel of Death, say down in the comments down below if you liked it. And let's talk about, are you fed up of jump scares in films as well? Is it something that you think is very lazy? I think sometimes jump scares can be done in a way that works with the scene, but with Woman in Black, Angel of Death, it's just thrown at you so badly. And this also has a jump scare ending, which I thought, okay, it's going to do a nice ending, it's going to end like that. And they felt the need to throw in one last jump scare, and it was stupid. That's my review for today. Thank you very much, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.